This is KRON 4 News at 3.
Thousands of people have been sexually assaulted while thinking they were taking a safe ride home.
Now at 3, hundreds of women suing Uber, claiming the company's drivers sexually assaulted them. The attorney on the case saying there could be more victims. Thank you for joining us here on KRON 4 News at 3. I'm Stephanie Lynn. More than 500 women are suing San Francisco-based Uber, claiming they were kidnapped, raped, or faced other forms of harassment from drivers. KRON 4's Camila Barco now with the details.
In that moment, they're not just being sexually assaulted. They're also wondering whether or not they're ever going to make it back home.
Stalked, kidnapped, and raped. Some of the allegations hundreds of women across the country are making in a lawsuit against Uber. Michael Carney is one of the attorneys suing the company and representing who he calls sexual assault survivors.
The core of those lawsuits is the fact that they experienced those sexual assaults while riders for the app Uber.
Carney says many women reported their attacks to the police and on the app. The lawsuit states Uber became aware drivers were sexually assaulting and raping women passengers as early as 2014. But the documents claim the company prioritized growth over customer safety.
Because of obvious reasons, which is that they're a business and they want to keep their costs low, they want to keep their ridership high, and they want to keep their level of drivers high.
An Uber spokesperson says the company will not comment on the lawsuit, but is pointing out the rideshare giant safety measures. For example, passengers can call 911 through the app. They can detect if a ride goes too long or off course, and drivers are required to go through an extensive criminal background check. But Carney says Uber isn't doing enough to protect its riders.
Now, what they could be doing is doing actual real background checks. What they do now is they use a third party to run a report whose accuracy they have no verification of. They just take the word from it from another startup company.
Last month, Uber released its U.S. safety report. That report showed there were 998 sexual assault incidents in 2020 alone. It also noted the company received more than 3,800 reports of the most severe categories of sexual assault between 2019 and 2020.
The numbers are larger than we ever could have imagined. And I think that even their numbers that they put forward, you can't trust the figures that they put out there because that's their own self-reporting.
That was Camila Barco reporting for us. Carney says the goal of this lawsuit is not just to bring justice to the victims, but to eliminate sexual assaults from the rideshare experience.